Any, miny, mo, all this money, I need mo. Don't want your bro, it was for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit, 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 lit. Any, many, miny. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit, 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 lit. Any, many, miny, mo, all this money, I need mo. Give him a show, killing you nose and taking your bros. I'm taking your man and spinning his bands. Oh yeah, did it again. Oh yeah, out with his friend. Oh yeah, Chanel is the lens. With his friend finna get lit. I'm everything on they wish list. Which bag should I get? Which color should I pick? Any, many, miny, mo, all this money, I need mo. Big bro, gotta go. Big bird, giving crow. A group of baddies coming foes. Give me money, kiss my toes. Don't want your bro, it was for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit, 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 lit. Any, many, miny, mo. All this money, I need mo. Don't want your bro, it was for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting?
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And The Seahawks have picked it up, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From just shy of midfield, Wilson will find Eskridge here complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ernest Jones coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. So now it's 4th and short.
It's after the penalty. That means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Well, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. From the gun to give to Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson gives to Collins, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second.
Let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. A big hole right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know, the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 47 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Alton Robinson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford flushed out right. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ernest Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack on first down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Well, They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That catch good for only a couple.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Ernest Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now it's Wilson. Open man is hard. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And again, it's Collins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Returning right back to Lockett. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by David Long. He's set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On the handoff, Henderson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henderson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Stafford now to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 1st down, Stafford here. eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now it's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.
They talking about making industry music. They want me to count to y'all, but I ain't gonna count to y'all. Wonder how he felt watching his dog casket fall. I had to tell my wife.